My name is Kristen Nelson, and I'm a pediatric occupational therapist for Compass Learning Advantage. Our topic this week is on mindfulness and the importance of it. So, to start, mindfulness can be defined as a moment by moment awareness for our thoughts, our feelings, experiences, and environments. So, really, this is the practice of being conscious and aware of our thoughts and feelings in every situation, good or bad. So, the concept of this does not mean that one has to escape to the top of the mountain or sit in a cave to experience peace. Mindfulness is as simple as recognizing the present and being present at the moment. So this can really help restore us, center us, and reinforce our learning and our ability to restore our own well-being. So it's really never too early to start learning mindfulness. So as humans, we learn thoughts, behaviors that result in joy, and we recognize those that trigger stressful reactions and suffering. So with growing stress and tension, it's very common in our life to worry about multiple things simultaneously, which is basically become the new norm for us. And we call it multitasking. So with my background as being OT, we have a lot of education in neuroscience, and we have really learned that neuroscience is increasingly supporting the idea that mindfulness is to help enhance perception, awareness, and complex thinking. So, using that art of tapping inside you to really recognize what makes you happy and your surroundings, what makes you who you are when you are happy. It also helps you silence your mind and calm your nerves while taking control over those feelings that cause you stress. So, really, with all of this, it does really help improve the mind body connection. So, as an OT, this is a great creative adjustment because it can help me teach self regulation and body awareness for children, especially in a pediatric or in a school based setting. Because mindfulness really can help kids build key skills like focus and self control. So, this target is really focused on self regulation, which means the aspect of mindfulness includes the body scan and breathing exercises to help improve a kid or a student's self-awareness regarding their body and their sensations and the emotions that they are feeling at that time. So basically, mindfulness can have a direct somatic impact of lowering heart rate while practicing. So as a pediatric OT, we have to be extremely creative and find different ways that we can teach our students and our children different mindfulness concepts, because this is something that could carry over throughout their lives, because these principles are becoming very popular when working with children to improve self-regulation, sensory processing difficulties, and attention difficulties, which a lot of our kids have trouble with. So has become more and more popular and really gaining attention over the past years. And there are now more studies coming out and showing that how kids could really help improve behavior and focus when they start learning about the importance of mindfulness and what it means and what they can do. Some schools have even been doing mindfulness trainings in the classroom. There has been different programs that have came out to really help with mindfulness and self-regulation. So with me, I really focus on the colors of our feelings to have the kids really identify what they are feeling and what zone they are in. Are they in the green, which is the good, content zone? Or are they feeling frustrated, agitated, which might be in the red zone, which means that they need to stop and think about what they are feeling. So this is really related to mindfulness because these students are really stopping to thinking about how they are feeling at that moment and what they can do to move forward. Because really, mindfulness helps children with improved behavior and focus, which is always a plus for kids, but it's definitely more valuable for kids who learn and think differently. We all learn differently, so mindfulness is a great way for each kid to find something that works best for them. And this could be really true for kids who are anxious or impulsive. They may need a different strategy. So for me, one of the strategies I might like to do typically involves breathing exercises. So we can concentrate on each breath and think about in and out. So in a class setting or in a group setting, we can prompt kids to notice if their mind wanders while they're doing this exercise and gently remind them to bring their thoughts back to their sensations of breath, which is what mindfulness is. You could always change this exercise to make it work for each kid. So for a younger child, we could give them a stuffed animal to place on their belly, and they could watch it rise up and down when they are doing that deep breathing to really make it more concrete. So this is a great way to really start teaching mindfulness to children, but it always more. It doesn't just have to be breathing exercises. We can try and see how the kid thinks about how their body feels or how their feet connect to the floor or their seat to the chairs. You could you could practice being mindful while moving if a child has a hard time sitting. So this is a great way for me as an OT to work with each child to really have the child focus on the present of right now, to really stop from their mind wandering and from being stressed or anxious. But mindfulness did not just have to be in the school or in a group setting. It could always be done at home too with the families. So certain tips you can do to help work on mindfulness at home is one, look for books for kids on what it means to focus on the present and how to practice quiet breathing. You can always choose a book that is appropriate for your child's age to share together. You always can model mindfulness for your child. Point times when you use mindfulness to control anxiety or emotions. If you at home are being stressed while you're cooking dinner or getting the family ready to leave the house, you can say, Mom's stressed. I'm going to count to 10 and take deep breaths. Why don't you help me and do some deep breathing with me? And show them that it's okay to feel this way. Let's stop, think about it, and find what tips and strategies we can use. Also, when kids seem anxious, encourage them to stop as well. See what they're doing for a minute and notice what they're feeling. You could identify the feelings. So for me, I can see that you might be feeling a little stress. What can we do together? Would you like to count with me, or would you like to take 5 deep breaths with me? So mindfulness is not something that just helps in short term. If you start now, it could really help carry over to something that's long term, and it always helps the kids build long-term strengths. So in school, as they get older, they might notice their thoughts drifting more And this is something that could really help bring their attention back to build focus. Every time they catch themselves reacting to a thought, it could build self-control, which then becomes more self-aware and gains self-esteem. So there are so many different strategies that we can have for handling emotions. There's no wrong or right strategy. So the more equipped these children have, they will be able to tackle challenges and find out what works for them. So for me, identifying the emotion, I am feeling sad, I am feeling stressed, and then think about, why am I feeling sad or stressed? What is making me feel this way? And then you move on. This is my trigger. What can I do to help myself stop feeling this way? So they are all different strategies, and we want to help you teach your children to how to become more mindful so you could build self-aware and self-esteem. Thank you.